and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about all different types of gardening tools. I have a lot here, so we're going to get started pretty soon. Gardening is something that I personally enjoy to do. It's nice to see it's all stages of a plant from when you plant it, as it grows and as you nurture it, you can really see your progress start to build up. It's currently winter right now, but in the spring and summer it's something that's very fun. And having the right tools can make it a lot easier and more enjoyable. The first set of important tools for gardening is the protection you wear. So I currently have on jeans on that you really want clothes that are comfortable getting dirty. I have an old sweatshirt, jeans, work boots. These are all waterproof and I'm okay getting them dirty. Another thing you might want is a pair of gardening gloves. They should be relatively good fitting so you can still get that good dexterity, but they should make it comfortable so you can dig up dirt and you're fine with that. Personally, when I'm looking at gloves, I like a good cuff on mine so that if I'm digging in the ground, dirt doesn't slide in too easily. So the gloves, they're also going to add protection when you're doing things with cutting, and it's just something you're going to want to get. So clothes you're okay getting dirty, and some gardening gloves. And also, if you have like a knee pad or some sort of foam, that can help when you're on your knees a lot. It can take the pressure off and just make it a lot more enjoyable. The next set of tools you're going to want to use for your garden are a set of digging tools. The main tools you're going to want is a shovel. This one right here is just about 4 feet long, 3.5 feet, and it's good for transplanting things. It's got a lip right here so that I can step on it and get a lot of leverage when I'm pushing down. Also, a trowel is nice. I don't have one with me right now, but it allows you to do smaller hand transplants and just getting into the ground. So digging is very important in gardening. So a good set of these that's strong. These are made of wood. Some of them are steel, so then you can get a good dig into the ground. Also, you might want some tools to sort through the ground. So I have a pitchfork right here. It's a little bent. I hit a rock. This can help you not dig up the ground, but it can sift through weeds, roots, and different things. So when you go in, you can just twist it around, get that soil nice and loose, and which makes it easier to dig later. There's also hand pitchforks like this, so you can rake up weeds, sift through the debris you want to pull out while leaving the dirt. You can also get rocks. Another tool that you might want is an edger right here. It's basically like a shovel, except it's flat, has a good lip for stepping on, and it's used so you step on it, twist it, throw it up, and you can make a nice crisp edge around your yard. The next set of tools you're going to want is tools to cut stuff. So I have some different types of cutting tools here. The first type of tool is just some little gardening shears. This right here has a little latch so that it can stay closed, and it's very small and it's really easy to just get these little branches. However, it's not too strong, so you're probably only going to be able to get about 1/2 inch until it's going to get pretty tough and you're going to really be struggling. But this is really good for a lot of small applications, pruning little branches, cutting flowers and stuff like that. So little shears, very important. Then I have a pair of loppers here. This is basically the same thing as these shears, except it has a much longer handle, which is going to give that leverage so you can cut a lot bigger of branches, up to maybe 1 inch, maybe even 1.5 inches if you're really feeling strong. So this is a great tool to use for some bigger branches when you don't want to pull out a saw. So for saws, I have 2 right here. I have this guy right here, which is I use for bigger branches, maybe 4-6 inches. It's got a handle and you can get a grip on anywhere and you get a nice motion. It takes some work, but it'll get the job done. It's got some really rough blades, meaning they're spread out and really aggressive, so it's going to cut quick, but it's not going to be the prettiest where it's not like a precise tool, but good tool. Also, you might have noticed on my hip, I have a little hand saw. I really like it. Has an attachment so it goes in my belt here, so it's quick and easy, so that if I'm climbing up something, I can just set it down, quickly grab it. And this right here has a curve, which is going to help fit on the branch a bit. A really nice handle out of rubber you can hold on, and this is going to be from some really quick branches. This is definitely probably my favorite cutting tool after the loppers. So cutting tools are very important, whether it's small little flowers or big branches. You're going to need some tools to cut with. The next set of tools you're going to want is what I call filtering tools. What can filter through the weeds, rocks, and debris you don't want and keep the dirt and plants you do. So of course there's rakes, and then we have our rototill. For rakes, there's two main types. This right here is your common rake. It's plastic, and this is going to do a good, because it's plastic, it's not the strongest, but it's going to do a good job on grass getting leaves and stuff. However, it's not going to be able to dig into the dirt. Instead, if you're working actually in a garden, not just on grass with this one, you might want something with a stronger handle and metal end, where this one's got metal spikes. It's not bending anywhere unless you have like some rocks, and you can get into the dirt, pull it really strong, and you can really tear it up. Also, I like that it has the rake side here, and this end is flat, so I'll rake it up, pull the debris, then I'll flip it over and smooth it back out. So this is a very versatile tool, and definitely can come in handy if you're trying to clean up your garden a bit. Also, I have a hand-powered rototill right here. This one, how it works is these spikes, it's also a little dirty, these spikes twist up and they can rip up the weeds and stuff. So if you have a weeded area, run this over it. It's a little loud, but it's going to pull them up. And then my preferred method of getting rid of weeds is I'm going to rototill, get everything torn up, dig it up a bit more with this, and then I'm going to pull with the bigger rake where it's easy to get that big debris and get in those big piles. Now that you've planted your plants, it's time to learn how to water them. I have the most common tools right here for watering. The first one is just a pail, just a little watering can, and this one it's a little old, but it's got maybe about 1.5 gallons. Fill it up, gets a little heavy, and you can sprinkle it around. This is a nice way if you don't have to do a lot of water, but if you have a big garden or a lot of plants, this can get a bit tiring as you're making trips back and forth. If you have a bigger garden, what I'd recommend is getting a hose. This one right here is pretty small, just because I didn't want to bring a full set in here just to demonstrate. Get a hose, set it up somewhere, and then there's two things you can do. If you want to go manually adjust it, I suggest getting an adjustable head right here so you can control the flow. This one I can twist and determine how fast the water comes out. If I want a really explosive jet stream or a soft drizzle, I can do that with this. So this is going to give you that manual control, or you can get something like this, which is just a watering machine that you screw into your hose, and it's automatically going to go. You can set a timer for 15 minutes, then go back and forth, and you can adjust how wide and adjust the power, so you don't need to do anything, and you just turn it off and on as needed. The next set of tools is one of my personal favorites, electric power tools. The first thing to know about these is they're very powerful, so you're going to need some protection. I recommend some ear protection. These right here are just a pair of earmuffs. It dials the sound down. It's a lot more bearable. And also a pair of glasses. These move very quick, so things are going to be splattering around, and you don't want something getting in your eye. Once you have all your protection, you're going to need power. I have an extension cord right here. It looks a little messy, but it's wrapped up. And you're going to want at least one of these, maybe 50 feet or more, depending on how close your nearest outlet is. And assuming you don't have batteries, this is going to give you power. Some of the tools I have right here that make my job easier than a manual raking or cutting. I have a leaf blower right here. This one's got 3 adjustable settings: off, on, light, on medium, and on hard. And it gives good grip. I can leaf blow and makes raking a lot easier. For trimming my hedges, instead of using the little hand clippers, these guys right here, I can use a hedge trimmer, and these are going to reciprocate back and forth, and I can just do these really nice smooth lines over these long distances, and instead of having to focus on cut, you can just go straight across, and it's really nice. So this is a huge time saver if you have these long hedges. I definitely recommend this investment. Also, for trimming weed whacking, I have an electric weed whacker right here. This one, it's got a nice handle, so when I'm going, you can just sweep it around. Get that out of the way. Also, this one I like, it rotates. It has a wheel, so I can loosen it, rotate it around, lock it, and you can see this wheel right here works so that when I want to side the edge of the driveway or the sidewalk, put the wheel down, and it just goes nice and easy. And I can just go right up and down and get these crisp lines on the sidewalk, driveway, or wherever you need. So these electric power tools, yes, they cost more than regular tools, but if you're going to be doing it a lot, have a big property, or get tired from it, it's definitely a worthwhile investment if you're interested. Another tool you may want when gardening is a wheelbarrow like I have right here. It's got a big wheel at the front, which makes going over difficult terrain easy, and two long handles at the back, so it gives me leverage to pick it up. This is made out of some strong metal, so it can hold a lot, and it's good if you have a lot of dirt, plants, tools, whatever you need, and it can just go right over grass and save your hands and reduce the load and put it on the ground instead of you having to hold it all. So it's definitely a great tool. Another tool you may want are gas-powered tools. I currently have a lawnmower. It's just a push one. It's gas. I think gas is better for intensive tools because of its energy efficiency compared to electric currently. It gives you a lot more speed and runtime than some of the battery-powered ones, and lawn mowing with a extension cord is really annoying. So there's gas-powered mowers, gas-powered saws, chainsaws, weed whackers. Anything that's electric was initially gas-powered, so that's also a valid choice. But it's going to require a bit more work, but oftentimes, like with mowing, the payoff is better. So you can make your choice. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun for me as I got to take out all my gardening tools, which, as you can see, I have a good amount of. And it's something that I enjoy personally to do in the spring. And plants, little ones. I have Rose of Sharon that I really like. I've transplanted that a couple times and it's getting big. Also, little garden with plants like zucchini, squash, tomatoes. That's very fun. And any of these tools is going to help you. The electric and gas ones are nice, but they aren't needed. You can just get some simple cutting tools and anything, this little handheld saw, and that'll do the job for you. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you want to read more, we posted about this in our blog, and you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram. So, yep, thank you for watching.